Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? What's poppin'? My beautiful peeps. Welcome back to a brand new episode, Give Since 92, giving you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment news, and inspirational quotes by yours truly. I'm here. Alright. So I've been to another concert. Your girl had a blast. I went to see Keyshia Cole. Been a long time KC Diamonds fan. Um, it's been an adventure for Miss Keyshia Cole. Okay, so it's been 20 years in from her debut album, The Way It Is. So she's currently on tour right now. So it's called Keyshia Cole, the 20th anniversary tour, and also coming to support her. And not only that, line up with more great artists besides Keyshia Cole, Elijah Blake, Anne Marie, Tink, Carrie Hilson, Friday, Lil Kim, Wale, Jeremiah, and T-Pain. I literally went to the Greensboro, North Carolina tour date, and I will say this concert was worth going to because I've never went to see Keyshia Cole in concert. I've always wanted to see her in concert throughout her eras. But like I said, I felt like literally this pretty much is a very amazing year for her in music because she really is pretty much definitely one of a kind. To me, she's legendary. She's iconic. Coming from Oakland, California. Coming from like living your dreams and making something out of yourself. And literally, I looked at it from a perspective. I said, you know what? For me, I love her music, timeless records, back to back, well-known songs. So, KC Diamond fans, check out this video. If you guys are going to any of these tour dates, I'll talk about it later down in this video. The tour dates, if you guys are going or if you've already gone, let me know down below and tell me how you feel about this tour. But actually, what I actually love about it is that just like that R&B, soul, and hip-hop feeling to it mixed with dance. And here's the thing. For Keyshia Cole being that much of a versatile artist in R&B, soul, and hip-hop, I mean, she's not just to me like a singer, R&B singer. I feel she's an artist, she's a musician, she's a storyteller, but she brings something more like that very high energy, inspirational, very sassy, fierce, but with a perspective of a woman in her world, her personal experiences. Throughout her music, throughout the years, she has always been like elevating every album. So every album from every era, it's like a Keyshia Cole nostalgia in effect all the time. And literally with this tour, she's given us a lot of that Keyshia Cole like stage presence, showmanship coming from Oakland, California. And really what I loved about this tour is that you really can really feel the music. Everybody, the fans are singing all the songs, and it's like we're really enjoying pretty much every aspect of Keyshia's life, where she's at, what she's been through, her personal experiences, and even the like effects of like the visuals, the tour visuals, very amazing, beautiful graphics, and like very, we're just in Keyshia's world, we're like in her world. The dancers are amazing. Shout out to the dancers. They're amazing. They're off the chain. They're dancing bit by bit, step by step. Keyshia, she's on beat, singing and dancing. So she's pretty much into what she loves to do is music, ever since she was a little girl. And then actually when I saw how literally like pretty much the feeling of like R&B, soul, and hip-hop music go hand in hand, that's why R&B and hip-hop will always be reinventing the sound. Is always staying consistent. That soul, that vibe, energy, all of that. Okay. Now Elijah Blake. I never seen Elijah Blake in concert. I need to listen to the songs. I've heard of him. I know who he is now. So don't get it twisted. I know who the person is. I know of them, the music. I know they're artist musician. I know who they are. Okay. But his stage presence, this guy, this dude, I love his set list. He gave us like R&B, soul, hip hop. He gave us like some slow tempo jams, mid tempo jams, some like upbeat dance jams, R&B pop dance music. And I like his stage presence, you know, like more of a R&B singer, and you know, he's also a songwriter. He writes music. But I love how the way how he can like interact with the crowd, and he's really, really, really into like the music, the feeling. And I like how his style too, his substance. He got more like a, to me, I think he's more like versatile. Like he can do different genres of his music. And it's more R&B, but he can do pop music as well. So it's like that's good. And he just brings a lot of that like feel good like essence of R&B. I loved his set list. He engaged with the crowd. You know, he's singing pretty much throughout the songs that he's, you know, singing about. Very smooth too. I like those kind of smooth songs. You know, very into like, you know, different like all that greatness. I love his set list. Anne Marie. Anne Marie came out. She did an amazing job. Phenomenal. Like Anne Marie, she gave us, you know, taking it back to her, you know, songs, you know, and her set list, you know, and all of that. Like, you know, why don't we fall in love? You know, talking to me. One thing, I just died in your eyes. Um, Bowling down my face. So she performed like her songs from the era of the All I Have era, the debut CD, and she performed the songs from her sophomore album, Touch. So Anne Marie, she lit the stage, amazing, you know, singing on beats, singing on points, live vocals, beautiful. The dancers, amazing, beautiful. They're singing and dancing on beat. Everybody is singing and dancing on beat on this tour. Everybody's moving, okay? They're not just standing there. Everybody's like, you know, bringing it with the music. And, you know, with Anne Marie's set list, what I liked about her set list was that, like, we got more of her, you know, as well. Like I said, I know Anne Marie fans are out there. But just to see how Anne Marie, you know, still sounds amazing, still sounds really great, you know, still stage presence, you know, all of that as her own artist, and that's great. And that's what I love about artists that really still doing their thing, still take care of themselves, you know, and really with this climate of music, it's like literally it's just longevity. That's what it's about, right? So literally, she snatched hands down. Period. Her whole set list amazing. All right, then Tink. Now, Tink, that is another artist I grew up listening to. I loved her music. Tink took it to like the R&B hip hop days. Okay, I don't look at her as a rapper. I don't, and a singer because she can sing too. So she sings. She is a hip hop artist. She can dance. I love like that really like R&B soul nostalgia of like R&B soul, futuristic, R&B soul hip hop. You know, so she had her set list. She had her dancers. You know, everything. You know, everything was more like, you know, giving it like how, you know, especially going to concerts nowadays, artists, musicians, they pretty much love to do what they love to do. I was like, listen, this concert is one of the best concerts I've been to from the previous concerts. So, like, when I get y'all these music reviews and these concert reviews, I'm like, look, it's like certain tours that are worth going to. I'm like, yeah, it's very more than just like just music. Music is bigger than life, pretty much. That's how I feel. It's larger than life. It's bigger than life. But they literally, Tank, her set list is amazing. She just did her thing, and she was just rapping, and she was singing, and all of that great stuff. And I loved it. I loved every bit of it. She's one of the really dopest female rappers for real because she's versatile. She can actually sing. She can actually rap bars. She's hip hop. She's a mixture combined of all of that. So she literally is like pretty much dope. Her set list amazing. You know, she gave us like the empowerment songs, the sexy songs, the mid-tempo songs, the slow songs, the inspirational songs. So it was different like segments of her um, set list. It was like very like what I call, I would say a divert, like a more like a eccentric musician, female in hip hop. Well, I would say female rapper in R&B and hip hop. That's just how I feel because of her being that dynamic as a artist. Yeah, she really brings it. So her set list was amazing. And then Keyshia Cole came out, and I just will say this: she did a incredible job with her set list. You know, and as I said in the beginning of the video, you know, her singing, dancing with her dancers and stuff. And she was like, "Yeah, I mean, I can remember most of the songs." um, she actually, with most of her songs, I changed my mind. I just want to be over. Um, I remember. Should've let you go. Let it go. Haven't sent. Um, enough of no love. Um, trust and believe. Um, love. Um, then she sang some songs from like more songs from her The Way It Is album. So even like the songs more of that from that debut album of The Way It Is. Trust. Um, yeah, literally most of the majority of the songs, Keyshia Cole songs, I know pretty much a lot. So I know pretty much most Keyshia Cole songs, most of them. Okay. So that's great. If I'm missing any of more of them, that's fine. Because like I said, I know the ones that I have mentioned. I know those are the ones that I know that most people know. But yeah, it was an amazing concert. I feel like Keyshia Cole, you know, definitely for her tour, she deserves to like sell out big arenas like that, and she's been selling out big arenas before, from the previous eras. So I know it's a special tour for her because it's been 20 years because her debut album, The Way It Is, and she took it back. She took it back to the way it is, period. You know, she took it back how literally her dreams of a little girl coming from Oakland land with the dream of her gift of singing and songwriting and dancing, and she can do it all. So Elijah Blake, he did amazing. Tink, Anne Marie, and yeah, pretty much this tour was worth going, and it was really good. I enjoyed every bit of it, and me, when I love going to concerts, I just enjoy every bit of, like, it's not just, you know, just going to a concert. It's everything. It's like the stage, you know, the big visuals, the theatrics, you know, the creativity, you know, to see how, like, the setup, everything. So it's really, really cool. But I'm going to give this tour, 5 out of 5. So, yes. Oh, and, everybody, KC Diamond fans, if you guys are going to see Keyshia Cole in concert, coming to a city near you, or you already have, or people are interested in seeing Keyshia Cole, I'm going to run down all that list. So it's going to be pretty much July 1st, Baltimore, Maryland, July 2nd, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, July 5th, Chicago, Illinois, July 6th, Cleveland, Ohio, July 9th, Toronto, Ontario, July 10th, Detroit, Michigan, July 12th, Brooklyn, New York, July 13th, Newark, New Jersey, July 16th, Greensboro, North Carolina, July 17th, Birmingham, Alabama, July 19th, Tampa, Florida, July 20th, Hollywood, Florida, July 22nd, Atlanta, Georgia, July 3rd, New Orleans, Louisiana, July 25th, Houston, Texas, July 26th, Fort Worth, Texas, July 31st, Oakland, California, August 1st, Las Vegas, Nevada, August 2nd, Lincoln, California, August 8th, Los Angeles, California, and there's some more tour dates because, yep. With that being said, August 8th, Los Angeles, California, September 19th, Paris, France, September 21st, Amsterdam, NL. September 23rd, London, UK. September 25th, Manchester, UK. September 26th, Birmingham, UK. So, from July through September, y'all want to see Keyshia Cole? Go for it. Everybody, go for it. Everyone, not just Keyshia Cole. Everybody on her tour. So, with that being said, guys, you guys know how I do around here. So as I said, look, you know what they always say, better late than never, period. So with that being said, guys, this is my concert review to Keyshia Cole, the 20th anniversary tour. Share your thoughts and your opinions. Like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. As always, stay tuned on the next episode, Gibson's 92. See y'all later. Peace.